This week on Wardens, a Michigan conservation officer in District 6 checks on hunters during the opening day for teal and geese. An officer in D7 patrols during the firearm deer season.
What was the reasoning behind that?
And a look at a class the DNR offers to people who are interested in bear hunting. Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors. Michigan conservation officers receive extensive training to enforce general criminal laws, as well as rules pertaining to game and fish regulations. As the hunting seasons change and overlap, they have several species and statutes that they need to keep straight in order to patrol safely, effectively, and accurately. In Michigan's District 6, Officer Adam Boyteen is monitoring waterfowl hunters on the opening day for teal and geese. He started his day by monitoring hunters for the first 45 minutes or so of legal shooting hours. Then he checked the licenses, firearms, and birds of some of the hunters that were closest to him. Now, he's continuing to check hunters in the area.
I'll just check your shotgun real quick.
Yeah.
Make sure it's got, if you want to unload it.
Okay.
Yeah, just unload it for me, that's okay. Yeah, that guy that shot that goose next to you, I was watching the whole thing, and he was like, oh, I felt really bad for shooting that goose. I'm like, why? Because it wasn't going to swing towards you. So he was okay. So,
I've seen that one.
yeah.
Well, did you see the goose that I peeled off right here?
No.
I had him right here, but I am a very picky person when
Oh,
it takes.
sure.
I don't carry a dog or anything, so I'm
Sure,
very picky. And he probably, I'm gonna say 50 yards right here. They started shooting out over here.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe I pulled another goose.
Oh, good.
It's been a long time. It
Well,
feels good.
Where are your shells at? If you don't
Oh,
mind me
yeah,
asking?
right here. There you go. Get my phone on there.
Great. You got a light check?
Oh, no, I do not. You're supposed to have it even without a boat?
Even without a motor.
Oh, no joke.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep. So,
Shoot.
I'm going to give you a warning today.
Okay.
Since I haven't given a warning yet.
All right.
But also, too, just make sure you got one next time. Okay?
Yep, will do.
And you're not in a, I don't think you're going to sink.
No.
But if you were in a kayak, different story, because it can be a pretty dangerous little scoot across here, so make sure you stop next time.
Okay.
Approximately 2.5 months after Michigan opens for teal and geese, the state's firearm deer season begins. It is usually the time of year that brings the most hunters to the woods and routinely keeps conservation officers very busy. In the state's District 7, CO Carter Woodwick is patrolling on the second day of the firearm deer season.
Hello, State Conservation Officer, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good, I saw you got a deer hanging there, so I was just gonna check it out. Did you end up shooting that?
Yep.
Today or yesterday?
Today.
This morning? Nice. Around here or where at?
Over on Enzyme.
Okay, nice.
I hunt out there. Been hunting there for years.
Yep, very nice. You said you got it this morning then?
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Is it
I had to get them cleaned out before I take them over to the boys.
where do you bring them?
Over to my boys' house.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We used to cut them up here, but
Did you?
years ago.
Nice. What'd you end up shooting it with?
My 44.
44 mag?
No, my 450.
450. Nice. Cool. Yep, looks good. We just like to check them out when they're hanging in people's yards, see what all's
You
going
know
on.
around here?
I mostly work over in Allegan County. I just happen to be traveling down the road.
Thought it was a little bigger than what it is, but it ain't bad.
Be meat in the freezer.
Yep, that's the way I look at it.
I'll let you get back inside
Oh,
and
no
do your
problem.
thing.
Later in the morning, CO Woodwick is trying to locate a hunter who he believes shot a deer the previous day over bait.
Okay, so he shot that one in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? Is it a spike or a 8-point?
Buck, I think.
A little button buck?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I
Okay.
never did see it myself.
Oh, you never saw it?
He took it in over to the deer barn, I think he said.
Okay. All right, so he's just living up around the corner over there?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. I'll try and check him out over there. And you said it was right out of that tree stand there?
Yeah.
Okay, or ground blind tree stand. Do you mind if I run over there and check that stand out?
All good.
You're good with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna run over there, check that out. We should be all set. Once we're done with that, we'll be on our way.
All right.
Appreciate it.
C.O. Woodwick finds the spot where the man was hunting and confirms that it was baited.
We're just coming over, ask a couple questions about the deer you shot yesterday.
Okay.
What, was it a buck?
It's a button buck.
A button buck? Okay. What time did you end up getting it in the morning then? Towards the afternoon?
I shot the deer without a license.
Okay. That's what we were coming over to check out and figure out what was going on with that. What was the reasoning behind that?
I didn't get a license. It was last minute.
Okay. So what, were you hunting in the tree stand or the pop-up blind? Pop-up blind. Okay, so explain to me your knowledge on the baiting laws in Michigan.
I don't have any recollection of.
So the baiting laws in Michigan, all baiting was banned in the Lower Peninsula, and that's remained in effect still. So obviously you had a little bit of corn and some carrots out there, just out in front of that pop-up blind. So that's why I ask.
It's better to have good bait at the end of the season as well as the beginning of the season. Because I've seen before where somebody is only getting a little bit of bait and it's good, it's bringing the bears in, and then they start feeding them stuff that you and I would eat. Bears will eat what you and I will eat. And if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, and they're not going to do it. It's all spoiled, rotten meat. They don't want to eat that.
The Michigan DNR encourages both residents and visitors alike to make the most of the outdoor activity that the state has to offer. They also want hunters and anglers to be successful in their pursuits, as long as they are legal and ethical. One way in which they assist hunters is to offer a class that covers the ins and outs of bear hunting. The teachers for this class are Sergeant Grant Emery.
In the swimming ball, people get greedy. So there's a lot of good guides out there, all right? I don't know, who in here is actually using a guide? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, okay. I actually encourage you to use a guide or at least have one on standby if you need one, all right? A lot of you that, you know, if you take 10, 12, 13 years to bear hunt to get a tag, it's a hunt of a lifetime. I see a lot of gray out there, all right? It may be your last opportunity to bear hunt in Michigan.
And Officer Josiah Killingbeck.
You'll be surprised how far bears will run. So bears, they can put tennis shoes on, they do like to run. I think the longest race I've ever had was 25 miles, where dogs chased the bear and the bear was still going. Dogs wore out before the bear did. So they can go forever.
As well as Ed Shaw from the DNR's Outdoor Skills Academy.
What is that data telling you? Well, it's telling you that you probably had to cover 112 miles on the Gladwin unit to kill a bear. So that's per square mile. Like Baldwin's 38, Red Oak's 25, because they had a very high harvest rate, right? So more bears per the area, less area you had to cover. And if you're hunting down here, half of you guys in this room that are hunting the Baldwin, the Red Oak, or the Gladwin units, almost 50% of you are going to be successful. That's a good feeling, isn't it?
The instructors strive to cover everything a bear hunter might want to know, including appropriate hunting gear, setting up a bear bait, a bear's habitat, bear hunting rules and regulations, as well as caring for a bear carcass after it has been harvested.
Last week I got into 3 mean bears that would not climb, not gonna do anything. Only thing they want to do is fight. And I had a bear come after me, and then fortunately the dog stopped the bear from getting too close to me. And then, so there's some bears that they just refuse to climb. And that's when it gets intense.
Deer, bear, most animals are edge animals. They follow those edge lines. So if I'm looking for a place to bear hunt, I'm gonna like those aspen, lowline swamplands, around a cedar swamp or a hemlock stand, preferably old growth. And I personally like the edge of a thick pine stand right up to that cedar swamp or that change, because they will come out of there, they follow that edge because it's easy walking. Animals take the path of least resistance.
I've seen a guy with a bear at where the peak of this room is, shoot at it 3 times with the rifle, so shooken up, and missed it all 3 times. He had to sit down and smoke a cigarette before he shoot it. So, you know, buck fever, bear fever, whatever you want to call it. All right, it's all about training, right? You want to make sure you're practicing with your equipment, no matter what it is, bow, muzzleloader, crossbow, rifle, whatever. Practice, practice, practice.
In addition to education in the classroom, The instructors also offer some hands-on training outdoors regarding techniques for setting up a bear bait.
Cut a big tree cookie right there, and then these, I usually put big logs on top or rock on top so that the coons can't push it off. And this will pretty much prevent your coons and your coyotes or anything from getting into your bait. Like Josiah said, I'll have more coons on trail camera than I will anything. 4 or 5 a night, and they'll eat you out of house and home. So you don't want to waste your money feeding other critters you don't need to feed.
Michigan Conservation Officer Adam Boytine is on patrol during the first day of the season that hunters can target geese and teal. Michigan conservation officers frequently are on patrol by themselves. It's not uncommon, though, for them to work with other COs as well as officers from other agencies.
So we went to the west side of Crow Island State Game Area where we met up with Officer Jeff Hunter with U.S. Fish and Wildlife. We were able to walk down one of the dikes over there and contact 2 individuals who were hunting. I'm just gonna step here and get a good footing. You got your stamp, cool.
Yeah, a couple.
There you go, man.
Thank you.
And then is that your shotgun right there?
Mine's the one with the wood stock on it.
Okay, do you want to unload this for me?
Yep.
Cool. Cool. There you go, man.
Thank you.
Never seen an Infinity.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about them.
Yeah.
I've heard they're pretty much just like the Benelli, just as good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got that about a month ago.
Okay. Right on. You guys got any life jackets or anything?
Yep, they're all the way up in the front.
Okay.
I can grab them.
I don't know, can you scamper up that way just so you don't disturb your cover? Is it the same depth out there too?
I haven't walked out there real far. We threw the decoys from the boat.
Okay.
No, it seems a lot shallower this year. Normally
Is it?
it's always
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. Floating cushion.
Cool.
We got out here about right at shooting time, so
Okay.
we were running a little late this morning.
It's all good. Quite a bit of work went into that contact, referencing walking through the marsh and popping up, and there they were. And that's a classic example of just going to check somebody who was way off. I mean, they were probably, from the parking lot itself, they were probably 150, 200 yards, but to get there was a little difficult. What happened was it was just a simple check. Usually 95 to 98% of the time, that's all it is. It's just a simple, hey, you know, you need to check firearms, you need to make sure your shells are legal, and licenses, and you guys are good to go. The less amount of time that I'm contacting a waterfowl hunter, usually the better, because I don't want to interfere with anybody's hunt, because the longer that I'm there, the probability goes up of me disturbing their hunt. So I want to try to keep it short and just keep moving on. So, and then we also do a little marine check there as well. Well, I see your life jackets. Oh, you guys shot some birds.
Yeah, we
Cool.
got 5 green wing, 5 blue wing.
Do you guys see a lot of birds back there?
A ton. And actually this year is weird because we didn't start shooting these until 7:30 because of the amount of wood ducks and mallards and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many bigger puddle ducks have decided to start coming to Crow Island now.
Yeah. You guys, you checked his license? You got your name? Officer Hunter is in my county of Saginaw County, so we have a pretty good working relationship. He's primarily focused out of the Shiawassee National Wildlife Refuge, and I'm the whole county in the state side, but we work hand in hand, especially with waterfowl hunting, because it is a federally regulated hunting activity, and Officer Hunter and I do quite a bit of patrols together, and it's just another great resource to have, especially with Fish and Wildlife and other agencies as well. There'll be times when deputies will hop on the boat with us, or troopers or anything like that. So it's great to have those good working relationships with other agencies, especially another wildlife agency as well.
Michigan Conservation Officer recruits undergo extensive training prior to becoming full-fledged officers, as well as regular training after graduating from the academy. One type of training that's important for officers to learn and practice regards using snowmobiles.
This week we're up in Silver City here in the western end of the UP, and we're putting our new hire officers through our snowmobile safety program. Each session consists of 3 days of training, hands-on training in the field. We brought in about 9 instructors to help with the instruction this week, and we're focusing on safe officer operation of snowmobiles to start with. teaching them riding techniques, loading techniques, unloading, trailering.
So you've towed a big camper, so you know wide turns. You don't have too big of a trailer, so you don't have to go crazy. But the wider that you're gonna get, the better that it's gonna be, because you'll see the back end of your trailer, this left tire here, will get really close to this cone if you don't take it wide. So, you know, camper stuff. So. So yeah, just remember kind of wide. When you get down there, just slip around and come up front like they're doing here, and just start backing into there.
All right.
You got it. We have them pull straight up here. This is about as easy as it gets here as far as backing into a spot. They set themselves up nice, and then they're gonna just basically back straight up into what we call a garage there. And from there, we make it a little bit tougher for them. They pull up here, and they'll have to actually back into this, what we call another garage, at an angle, and it's a lot tighter, so it kind of gives them a better idea of what they're going to be parking with.
We have a vast group of officers, some that have never driven a snowmobile before, some are very rehearsed in driving snowmobiles, so for a safety aspect, we'd like to offer them the training so they feel safe, and not only their operation, but the safety of everybody else.
I told them the main thing that's embarrassing about being a CO is everybody's always got their eye on you. So boat launches, parking lots with snowmobile trailers and sleds and stuff, they've always got their eye on you. So this is very important, trailer backing, because it can get frustrating if you don't know what you're doing. Kind of take it like smooth, not so you're not jackknifing this way and then, oh, I gotta go back that way. You know, if you just kind of angle yourself nicely in, easier said than done, of course. But if you just kind of angle yourself in there, it's much easier. That way you're not going back and forth and forward and backwards.
Yeah.
But this is good. You did a good job. You didn't hit any cones, you didn't hit anything. The other thing to remember too is if you're going to be unloading a sled, there's been times where I'll back up to a snowbank and then I'm like, I gotta put my door down. What am I thinking? I gotta back my sled out. So keep that in mind too when you're pulling up to, another snowmobile trailer in parking lots, things like that. Keep that in mind. They gotta drop down the doors and get a snowmobile in there. So, good job.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Not a problem.
Okay, you're gonna want your weight heavy on that side, right? Yep. So you're gonna go into this hole and you don't want to roll it.
Michigan Conservation Officer Carter Woodwick is on patrol on the second day of the firearm deer season. He's interviewing a man who is admitted to shooting a deer and then buying his license afterwards.
What brings you guys to me?
Well, we do random inspections of various wildlife processors and taxidermists, all that kind of stuff. So that just running through a little bit of that paperwork sparked a red flag on what you had in there. So we figured we'd come ask you a couple questions on it.
Like what part? Red flags, I guess.
The fact that you bought your license yesterday.
Oh.
What'd you end up shooting it with?
12 gauge.
12 gauge. Do you have that in the house or in the truck somewhere?
No, it's in my folks' house.
In your folks' house. All right.
After chatting with the man who shot the deer, CO Woodwick goes to a relative's house to get photos of the firearm that was used in this case. He then returns the gun to the homeowner.
Very good. Then we should be all set. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to give a call. But on my side of things, just from being in law enforcement, I just can't share the information. It's up to him. So, all right. Thank you very much. Take care. If you need any help, I'm next door. Oh, I shot a doe that ran. Okay. You mind if I grab a picture of that?
No, go for it.
All right. Appreciate your cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you plan on hunting out there again? I think you got a combo tag, right? Yeah. Okay. You plan on getting back out there again? At this point, I mean, you don't have any hunting license suspensions. You don't have any of that kind of stuff where you still have the license that you have, so you're still able to hunt, so don't worry about that aspect of anything. I don't plan on going for any license suspension on any of that kind of stuff, but at minimum that bait will have to get picked up as soon as practical. I mean, if you're not doing anything right now, we ask that you swing over there and scoop up as much of it as you can. I mean, I don't expect you to be able to pick up every single little kernel, but you know, within reason. If you can get a hand scoop in there and pick it up, do that. So.
No problem.
In this case, for killing a deer over bait without a license, this man was given a warning for hunting over bait and was charged for taking a deer without a license. He pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $1,150, $1,000 of which was restitution to the state of Michigan for the illegally harvested deer. The deer was confiscated and donated to a needy family in the area.
I know it was a lot to take in real quick, but do you have any questions for me?
No.
Biggest lesson here, obviously, if you plan on going out or think you might go out.
Check more rulings and, you know.
Yeah, buying the license would be a good first start, and if they got a rule book there, run through that, because there's a lot of changes going on, especially over the last 3-4 years with a bunch of disease regulations and whatnot. That's a reason for the baiting ban.